Hello and welcome to another Motors.co.uk video review. Today we're going to be looking at the new BMW 3 Series, but before we do, make sure that you subscribe to the Motors.co.uk YouTube channel and that you click that bell so that you're notified each and every time we upload a new video. In terms of household names, the BMW 3 Series is right up there. In fact, since the model's introduction in the late 1970s, more than 15 million units have been shipped out worldwide, so you can see it's a really popular car. And now there's a new one. And though BMW hopes that it keeps its core values such as premium finish and driver involvement at heart, it does say that it's going to add more technology and more efficiency too. But does it live up to this? Let's find out. Even despite plenty of nip and tuck, the new car is still unmistakably a 3 Series. It's certainly close in terms of design to the way the old car looked, but it's been rigorously sharpened up at both front and back. On M Sport cars, even relatively basic models like this 320d get twin exhaust pipes, which certainly adds to the level of drama of the overall design. The cabin of the 3 Series showcases the latest BMW architecture, and it shares it with many other cars in the range, which means that if you got into the cabin of the 7 Series or even the range-topping 8 Series, you'd be looking at the same basic layout, and that seems like pretty good value to me. The interior has been lifted with lots of tech, which means you get a digital display, which we think is a little bit cluttered, and you get this new widescreen infotainment system in the middle. It also features clever systems such as gesture control, which means that you can touchlessly raise and lower the audio volume without having to touch a button. Some of the finishes are a little bit of a low quality. Around the switchgear is a weak area and there are some harder plastics here, but this is contrasted by really nice chrome effect finishes up here and down here, which do help to lift the overall feel of the cabin. When it comes to boot space, the 3 Series can offer 480 litres of seats up room, though you can of course extend this by folding the rear seats down via the handy boot levers. Now, one thing that has always been crucial to the makeup of the BMW 3 Series is the way it drives. They've always been historically really good in the bends and just as capable on the long straights too. And it's pleasing to report that this latest 3 Series is just as accomplished. Now, the steering is quite a bit different to the old car. It's a little bit light or quick off centre, though this can be weighted up by choosing sport mode. What that means is that the car feels actually quite agile in the bends, though there is still a good amount of weight to it, so you don't feel out of control in any way, shape or form. The 2-litre engine that we've got under the bonnet of this 320d is also really refined and punchy. There's loads of torque to use, so you're never stuck for performance, and likewise it's actually really refined. Down on motorway speeds it settles down, and the only real sound you get intruding into the cabin is that of the tyres. So realistically, this is going to be a really comfortable car for long distance journeys. When it comes to the gearbox, this 8-speed auto that we've got in this 320d is very, very good. It shifts smoothly in auto, and actually when you put it into manual, the shifts are really crisp. So that means that if you do want to take advantage of your favourite B road, then you can. Now, this car is an M Sport version, so what that means is that you get a lowered ride height and stiffer suspension. What does that mean out on the road? Well, it does mean that the 3 Series is a little bit firmer than other cars in the lineup. If you're after the best ride quality possible, then we'd opt for an SE model which sits on normal suspension. The new BMW 3 Series had a huge weight on its shoulders when it arrived, particularly when you consider how capable its rivals are. However, it has more than lived up to expectations. It's practical, it's great to drive, and it's really efficient too. In short, it could be all the car you could ever need, which is why we'd highly recommend it.